good evening, how everyone doing today? God is good and God is good all the time. My name is Jerry Spiritual Divine. I'm here to give y'all a little shout news on today. First we're gonna start with it. United Postal Mail carrier. She was just pursuing her duties, and her truck had broke down. And all of a sudden, five dogs came out of the gate and attacked her. Just from Florida, a mail carrier, she died after being attacked by five dogs. But when her truck broke down, that's when the dogs started coming after her. So all five dogs believed to have been involved in the attack that will be destroyed. So they're saying this dog will be destroyed because they're making a law that the owner, will have to take responsibility of these dogs, and it also will destroy these dogs. You know, um, so a male carrier, she died after five dogs attacked her when her truck broke down, and the Florida police had um had came out. So the sheriff officer said a local tried to direct the dog by shooting his gun. He tried, he tried to shoot his gun. The neighbor, he tried to shoot his gun to run the dogs, but them dogs refused to run. They started with attacking that woman. So the police were dispatched to the scene. The dispatch was about they called like by 1 o'clock or 1 p.m. So they arrived shortly after they found the 60. She was 61 years old. United Postal Service mail carrier Miss Paula. You know she was had heavy drowning. She was still laying on the ground. Them dogs refused to move. The neighbor shot his gun. You know, and so someone else came and shot the gun to try to stop the dog. Most of the time you shoot your gun, the dogs will just break out and run. These were some evil dogs that had refused to move her from this woman. They said before the deputy arrived at the scene, local, including the dog's owner, had to try. Now he came out. He shot his gun to try to move the dogs away, and that's his dogs. He ain't had to shoot the gun. He should have some kind of control over his dogs where they should listen. So one individual gun in the ground, shot the gun in the ground and tried to break the attack. But he said the owner had removed. So the owner removed the dogs. So time the police came, the dog, all five of the dogs was gone because the owner came and removed the dogs, from the victim and secured them on their property before the police arrived. They said, they heard the woman crying. She was screaming and hollering for help. I understand the owner, didn't hear the woman crying for help. But he came out after the fact and removed the dogs from the victim and brought secured the dogs inside. So the witness told the police that they heard the woman screaming. So they heard the woman screaming for help. And when they went outside, they saw her on the ground. They saw when they went out there, they saw the woman on the ground. And they saw that five dogs attacking her. So the witness said they rushed to help by attempting to pull the dogs off, and one neighbor shot the rifle. So these another neighbor. So everybody came out trying to help this woman, and by these probably was big dogs. They had to shoot their gun. One shot a rifle just to try to scare the dogs off. It shot into the ground. So Miss Rock, she had died. She died that Monday evening, and she remained in critical. Well, she remained in critical condition at the hospital until she had until her death. That was a sad story to hear that postal service. So that's why last week I was reading that they trying to stop even sending mail to people's house. Because you know the mail service, the carriers, they're sending mail to our house. So sometimes you got bills, you got important mails, and if they can't get to your house to put the mail in your box, cause you got wild, mean dogs, Your mail is not gonna get sent to your house. So owners have to control their dogs so you can get your mail because they're about to soon stop sending mail to your house, and then you got to figure how you gonna have to go to the post office and get your mail. So um, where said the dogs attacked her after escaping. The dogs, they attack her after they escaped from the fence. See, her car broke down. Her car broke down, and I guess she was by her car to get the mail because she had to wait on somebody to come fix the truck. So I guess she was about to still go pursue her duty because in the letter it says she was performing her duties. So that means she was still performing her duties until somebody comes to fix her truck. And then the five dogs escaped from the fence and saw her and just start attacking. And it also said that she was trained, you know. But my thing is, you could be trained, and she probably trained for one dog attacker, So I don't think she got trained for being attacked for five dogs. But all the training you can get, But at that moment when you being attacked, sometimes all that training go out the window. It's impossible for her to try to. It said she was supposed to pepper spray. What it would have been hard for her to try to spray every five dogs, and then these probably were big old dogs. So pepper spray, and whatever they train her for one dog. This woman was attacked by five dogs. So I understand. Y'all said she had training. And the shit had worked out for her. But a lot of time, and you in that moment being attacked, sometimes the trainers don't come in place. You being attacked by five dogs. It don't come in place. It don't register in your head at the moment when you're being attacked. So she was not attacked by one dog for her training to kick in. She was attacked by five dogs, and it was impossible for her to try to spray five dogs or however y'all training was. You said a pepper spray, and you said some kind of way she was supposed to do something when the dog attacked, but that was a dog when y'all training. She got attacked by five dogs. So I agree. All dogs own them. You know, it is your responsibility to restrain your dog in order to avoid attack against anyone. And it's also your responsibility to keep your dogs inside your fence. It's your responsibility. If you don't want any fence, you have to have the dog chained up or either inside your property, inside your home. So it's three things. You either change your dog up, and if the dog don't want to be chained, place it in the inside the fence. But they said the dog escaped the fence. So if you got big dogs, sometimes they dig holes in the ground and they still find their way outside of the fence. If the fence is not secure, the dogs will have to be inside or build a dog house in the back where they won't be able to come out. You, you know, so this won't happen because you will be responsible for your dog attacking someone if your dog's not properly secure. So United Postal employee um, was performing her duties. When she got attacked. So now we gonna have to create something. Because they only pursue performance their duties. So they should not be getting attacked. So the postal service is coming. I advise anyone to start keeping your dogs inside your fence. If your fence is not secure, change your dog up or place it inside. Because these postal services is losing their life. Because it's dangerous. For them to step a foot into your yard, they don't know if you got a dog or not. Soon they go on your porch, they might get attacked. So we got to come up with some kind of way for these postal services to be safe. To be placing mail in our mailbox. Because they don't know if we got a dog or not. They come on your porch and put a mail, the dog might run out the backyard. So I'm gonna have to create something for these post service carriers to be safe when they coming in people's yard to place mail in our box. So one, keep all dogs inside the fence. If the fence is not secure, because they said the dogs escaped the fence and came and attacked the woman. Because sometimes them dogs dig holes, and they escape through the holes that they didn't get outside of the fence. Two, have your dog changed up. If your dog don't want to be changed up, then put it in the yard. If the yard, the fence is not secure, the dog will have to be inside. Because I will come back something with news, creating something, because the United Carrier posters have to be safe when they out here placing mail, coming on our property, placing mail in our box. They will have to be safe. A person that lost their life, from pursuing her duties, and got attacked by dogs. So I give my condolences out to her family, her friends, and I'm sorry that this happened. I'm gonna try to create something so this will not happen to no one else, because they have to be safe. Because they're sending mail out to, you got a lot of elders waiting on their checks. They got important mails coming out. So you need your mail, because down the line, what I read a couple of weeks ago, they about to stop even coming to bring mail to our house. So if you want mail continue on coming to your house, you have to um have it safe for the posters, the carriers to come place the mail in your box. Meaning you have to have your dog in a yard, either chained out. If the fence is not secure, have to be inside for the postal service to be safe. Because someone lost their life trying to put mail in your box. So that's the news on the woman, the mail service that was attacked and lost her life for seeing her duties. Um, so now we're gonna talk about Danielle, the storm. This is hurricane season. So now we have another storm. So we got two storms with a name. We got Danielle Stone, and then we have Earl. They got Earl now. So we have two named stones, Danielle and Earl. So swirling in the Atlantic, but neither is a small system just northeast of the Leeward Island, or Cuban, sea. So it will bring winds and some heavy rain, but to the northern island, Earl is a tropical storm right now. So Earl haven't created as a hurricane. Earl is still a tropical storm. I don't know what it is today, because I had got this news yesterday. Every day is something different. Earl is a tropical storm. It's not a hurricane right now, but it will have heavy rain. A tropical watch. Earl is bringing flood threats to Puerto Rico, and the island. So Earl will be bringing the flood, the heavy rain, because it's a tropical storm right now. It's not a hurricane. It's not a category one or nothing like that. Now Danielle is a category. I think it went up to two. Now tropical storm Earl will not make landfall, in the Caribbean island, but associated with the storm that could cause flooding, because it's gonna be having heavy rain. Earl gonna have heavy rain. So the next couple of days, Earl move away from the island is expected to become a hurricane two. So we have two hurricane. You will be having hurricane two if it develop into a category one. you know. So Danielle is just hanging out in Atlanta. She's not really fully developed yet. She's not moving nowhere. She's still in Atlanta right now. Just being still for right now. So we got Earl out there gonna be doing all the heavy rain and everything. It having developed into a hurricane. It's still in a tropical yesterday. I don't know what it is today. I'll get back with y'all later on today with that. But yesterday was still at a tropical storm with the heavy rain. So we talk about this sad story right here, this sorry tragedy that happened with a young lady, a United Carrier Postal Service. She was on proceeding her duties when 5 dogs escaped from the fence and attacked her, and nobody couldn't help her. They shot the gun in the air. The dogs still refused to run away. Their stutter was on top of this woman, attacking this woman. And the owner came out and he removed the dogs before the police came. So he removed the dogs, and then the neighbor said, the neighbor said to hear her scream, to hear her crying out for help. So I don't know how far she was where the owner was at, but the neighbor said, I heard her crying. I heard her crying for help. That's why the neighbors came out before the owner came out, and shot the gun trying to remove the dogs from the victim. So she probably was dead. Before, no, she wasn't dead, because when she got to the hospital she was in critical condition, and then she died. But she was, them dogs really attacked her, and the dogs really did not want to move from her, because you had two neighbors came out shooting a gun in there, and the dog refused to move. The owner came out and removed the dogs. So I also said I was gonna create something, because these carriers have to be protected, putting mail in people, placing mail in people box, because when they come on our property, they don't know we have dogs or not. As soon as they step foot on our property, before they even get to the porch, a dog may run out. So we need to start, all owners, we need to start, well, I don't have a dog. Everyone who have a dog have to start keeping your dog in the fence. But this dog was in the fence. They said they escaped. So if if you have your dogs in the fence, please have your fence secure. Say they won't step out and attack no one else. Someone lost their life just from proceeding her duties, just trying to put mail in people's box, and lost her life in the process of it. So if your dog in the fence, make sure the fence is secure. And if you don't have a fence around your house, some kind of way, change the dog up. If you don't have nowhere to change your dog up, you're gonna have to leave the dog inside your home. For the postal service to be safe, placing mail in your box, because, excuse me, they don't know that a person have a dog in their yard. So we're gonna try to make it safe for the carriers. So you're gonna keep your dog inside if you don't have a fence around your house. I think that'd be the best thing to do, because down the line, the owners will be responsible for your dogs attacking someone. So you'll want to have your dog on the leash. You'll want to have your dog secure in the fence, or either have your dog inside your home. So that's a story we talked about a woman being attacked by 5 dogs. We talked about we also talk about the stone. Now we also have 2 named stones right now. We got Danielle and we have Earl. Earl is still a tropical stone right now, which yesterday, every day is something different. This yesterday news. Earl is a tropical stone. He haven't developed into a hurricane yet. We have Danielle still hanging out by Atlanta. They haven't moved anywhere yet. It's still at Category 2. Category 2. And it's a tropical storm with heavy rain and everything else. So we have 2 named stones right now. Not in the mix or anything. So they're saying you don't have to be afraid and threatened right now, because they're not doing any kind of movement right now. So that's all the news I have for you. That's all the show news I have for you today. Y'all have a blessed day, and I'll see y'all on the next video.